This is an Easy Genie 6th generation pedigree chart, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the information that you see on the chart. For instance, their name, when they were born, where they were born, where they died, and kind of basic question is, where do you get that information, especially if it's far back. So this is from the 1800s, so that's a long time ago. So there's a couple sources for information. Oftentimes I find the best sources for information are vital records like this one. So this is a death record for Mary Ann Tierney, also known as Mary Walsh. You can see her right there on the chart. And for instance, the death date, that actually came directly from the certificate. This certificate actually contains a lot more information that's really useful, including the fact that she was widowed, other information about how she died, which might be useful for your own family health history. The person who is the informant, who I believe, Mrs. Butler, who I believe is her sister-in-law, and other types of facts that will help you kind of go further back in time. The most important one, actually, I don't know if you can see that. So this is, first of all, her birthplace, town of Somerset, and then the father, the name, Michael Tierney, and the birthplace, Ireland. So that information actually made it right on to the pedigree chart. In terms of the birth date of the father, that information is not on the death certificate of his daughter. However, I was able to find a federal census which did give a rough idea of when they were born, both for the father and the mother. So I was able to use that information from the 1860 federal census, and that was very helpful. But I haven't been able to find death certificates for either one of these people, possibly because they died before death certificates were statutory, or I haven't been able to find their headstones. But that's actually an area that I want to be exploring more, where they died, get some more information about where they ended up, where they were buried, and maybe even at the cemetery I can find other information that can help me tease out details about, for instance, where they were born in Ireland or other details.